Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into the life of one of history's most incredible warriors, a man whose name on its own became a weapon, a name that brought courage to his allies and pure terror to his enemies on the most dangerous frontier of the Sikh Empire. So, what does it take? What turns a hero into a true legend? To get at that, we're going to look at a man whose life is the perfect example of that transformation. Seriously, his story often sounds more like a myth than something a real person actually did. His name was Hari Singh Nalwa. It all comes down to this one word, Bajmar. It means tiger killer. And Sardar Hari Singh Nalwa, the commander-in-chief of the Sikh Khalsa Army, didn't get this nickname from some poem or a song. No way. He earned it through an act of bravery so incredible, it's almost hard to believe. And that moment, it set the stage for his entire legendary career. Now, to really understand his impact, we're going to do something a little different. We're actually going to start near the end of his story, with the reputation he built on the super volatile Northwest frontier. We're talking about a place that had broken empires for centuries. Just think about that for a second. His name, just the mention of his name, was all it took to keep the peace in one of the most turbulent regions in the world. His reputation was a weapon in itself. But the big question is, how did he earn that reputation in the first place? So how does a man become that feared, that legendary? Well, let's go back to the beginning. It all started with a single defining moment when he was just a teenager, an event that would literally forge his destiny and his iconic name. Okay, so here's a quick look at his life. Hari Singh was born into a warrior family, so you could say he was kind of destined for this path. But the real game changer was when he joined the court of the great Maharaja Ranjit Singh. That's what put him on the track from being just another promising soldier to becoming a living legend who would one day die defending the very frontier he conquered. Right, so this is the story that started it all. He's just a teenager out on a hunt when a tiger ambushes him and takes down his horse. Now, instead of running for his life, which, let's be honest, is what most of us would do, he turns and fights the tiger with his bare hands and wins. This wasn't just some hunting story. It was a statement. It screamed unmatched courage. And the name, Bajmar, the tiger killer, stuck with him for life. So, armed with this wild, almost mythical reputation, Hari Singh Nalwa basically became the tip of the spear for the Sikh Empire. He was the guy they sent to conquer and tame the most dangerous borders. And look, that tiger killer legend wasn't just a one-and-done story. He proved it on the battlefield, again and again and again. We're talking about over 20 major campaigns. Victories that didn't just win a little bit of territory, they completely redrew the map of the entire region. And man, just look at this list. It's like a highlight reel of his career. From an early crucial win at Kasur to conquering the massive prizes of Kashmir and Peshawar, Nalwa was always in the thick of it. But his crowning achievement, the real masterstroke, was that last one, securing Jamrud. He pushed the empire's border right up to the mouth of the legendary Khyber Pass. You know, they say it's often in their final moments that heroes truly become legends. And for Nalwa, his last battle would be the ultimate test, the very capstone of his incredible story. So picture this, Jamrud, 1837. This is the very edge of the empire. At a fort he himself had helped build, Nalwa faced his biggest challenge yet, a massive Afghan army dead set on pushing the Sikhs back. And the story of this battle, wow, it is the stuff of pure legend. He was completely outnumbered, and he gets shot, mortally wounded. But does he leave the battlefield? No. He has his men prop him up so he can keep directing the defense of the fort. His sheer force of will inspired his soldiers to hold the line against absolutely impossible odds. And this right here, this is what cements the legend. His final order was a stroke of strategic genius. He knew if his men saw him fall, their morale would shatter. So he told them to hide his death until help arrived. Think about that. Even as he was dying, his last act was a tactic to save his men and the empire. That's not just a hero, that's a legend. So, all these centuries later, why are we still talking about him? Why isn't he just another name in a history book? What makes Hari Singh Nalwa a legend? Well, it's because he was so much more than just a warrior. He was a brilliant administrator who actually governed the lands he conquered. He was a builder constructing forts that kept the frontier safe. He was known as a unifier who believed in justice for everyone. He wasn't just there to conquer, he was there to build something that would last. And really, if you take one thing away from this, it should be this. For centuries, invaders had used the Khyber Pass like a highway to attack Punjab. Hari Singh Nalwa came along and slammed that door shut. His life's work created a level of security that the region had never known before, and that fundamentally changed the course of history. The story of Hari Singh Nalwa, the Tiger Killer, shows us that a hero is defined by their actions, for sure, but a legend is defined by their impact. It's forged not just in moments of victory, but in a lifetime of courage and a legacy that long outlives the hero themselves.